guys, it's Dennis with Grass Monkey Lawn Care. Like I told you guys, we're going to do an interview with someone, and I think you guys all know who the guy next to me is. Brian with TopNotch Lawn Care was generous enough to stop by today and do an interview with us about starting a lawn care business and kind of give his thoughts and answer a couple questions that I had for him for you guys. So thank you, Brian, for stopping by. First question I had for you is, what would be the most common mistake that you might see a first-year guy making in getting into the business?
Common mistake would be underpricing, for sure. I think that'd probably be the biggest one. I've done it. I know you've done it.
Yes.
You've talked about it in a video, and and I'm still learning, and we talk all the time, and everything's just kind of, we talk about prices and things like that, and it just takes practice. But the more confident you get with what you're doing, and the more the more expertise that you get, you'll just get better at it.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I've been through that a lot lately, and like I said, when I first started off, that was a big obstacle for me, and that's a lesson learned. And like you said, I mean, we've called each other before, and I'm like, what would you do? Or ask me what I do, and it's just one of those things. I think it's not only think it's a first year's problem. I think it's anybody's been in the business for a while, come up against a job they might not know. So,
and I'll tell you, the funny part is, on specific jobs like cleanup jobs or leaf jobs or things like that, you tend to only make that mistake once.
Right.
Because once you underbid it and you're out there for 4 hours and you make $100 or whatever you bid it at, and you're like, I'm never doing this again.
Right.
It sucks when you're out there and you're not making any money.
All right. Second question is, I mean, what advice could you give a guy? I mean, as far as getting into it, maybe they're like I was last year, watching videos, watching your videos and other people's videos, and on the bench, and whether or not to go at it full time, part time, or even get into it all. I mean, what advice can you give someone that's kind of teetering back and forth whether or not to to get into the business or not? Sorry guys, I'm doing kids and an interview at the same time.
Well, it's kind of, if it's, I kind of think if you're kind of teetering back and forth, then you're probably not ready. I think it's one of those businesses where you kind of have to jump in and go for it. I know, a lot of people start part-time, which is fine, and I did the same thing, but, I think whether you're part-time or full-time, you got to jump all the way in. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think you can, kind of half go about what you're doing and expect results. So, and then as your business grows, you can go into full time or whatever. So, I think, the biggest advice I can give for that is just, whatever time you have to do lawn care, do it. Go all in on that time.
Right. I mean, what was your biggest challenge, I guess, as far as your first year in business? I mean, what things came up that you thought were challenging to you?
There's a lot of things you don't think about as far as business goes when, if you've never ran a business before, you don't think about, your routes. You don't think about your route density and your drive times and things like that. So, that was a big challenge, figuring out, well, this yard should take me this long, but, well, I didn't calculate the time it took to drive there. So, and I think that's things you kind of learn and pick up real quick when you're doing it and you're looking at your money and you're looking at your profit. You figure out, well, I'm not making any money right now. Why? And it's pretty easy to figure out once you're doing it. But you know what I mean?
Right. And what's been the best thing about being in this business and being in the position you're in? I mean, what is the best thing you can look at and smile and say, this is why I did this?
The best thing is because you kind of grow the way you want to grow. You learn new things. You get to meet a lot of new people, and I kind of feel like how much money you make is kind of up to you.
Right.
And that's what I love about it. I love the freedom about it. If you want to be a small business, be a small business. If you want to be a big business, then go for it. So, yeah.
Okay. And then last question is, for everybody out there that, I know, everybody follows your channel that's on my channel, but, you know, who do you look to? I mean, you know, because I mean, you're a big channel, you're one of the biggest ones out there. But who do you look to, when, you know, for advice and stuff like that on your business? And what channel do you watch that really stands out to you that you go to if you're like you're just stuck in a, you know, a situation as far as wanting to grow or wanting to, you know,
Yeah.
looking at it?
It's funny you mentioned that because one of the guys I follow a lot and is I think the channel name is Lawn Care Business, Jason Creel
Yeah, Jason
in
Creel.
Alabama.
Yeah.
I really like him. He's really down to earth and he knows what he's doing. I mean, if you take your business and you basically shut it down and move somewhere else and start it back up and you're still thriving, that means you know what you're doing, and he's done that. And I've been really impressed with watching his stuff. Obviously, Stanley, he knows what he's talking about. Johnny Moe's a good guy. He's got a lot of good advice. And you know, I'd say those three are probably my main three guys that I could, you know, I can call up and say, hey man, what would you do on this? You know, and I trust whatever they're going to tell me. So yeah, probably those three.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I mean, Jason Creel, that's one of the guys I mentioned in my shout out video. He has a lot of great content. That's one of the guys I go to for more spraying stuff and not knowing. I can always leave a question. He might not get back the first day, but he's always back with me within a week and has an answer for me. So
Yeah,
that's a great channel out there for that. You guys out there.
it's funny you mentioned that because I just messaged him 2 days ago talking about you know, I'm going to get my spray license this winter, and you know, basically I just asked him, you know, hey, if there's some questions that I have and you can help me out, and he said, yeah, no problem, you know. And you know, that's something I don't know much about because I haven't done it. So
Right.
you know, and that's another thing I love about this business is just you just keep learning.
Right.
You know, the more you get into different aspects of it, you know, the more you learn, and just the better off you're going to be.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, I think YouTube is becoming more and more friendly, I think, when it comes to people, you know, coming together, having questions. A lot of guys out there that will get back to you and answer questions. So I mean, that's why I love YouTube, you know, and I've been able to meet you, and you know, I got to meet a whole lot of other people yet, but the GIE's coming next year, so hopefully I'll be there. So you know, that's all I got for this video, guys. I do want to thank Brian for stopping by. A lot of good info for you guys. If you have any comments, please leave them. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe. And once again, guys, thanks for watching.